been out for a month.
They know how to make their music memorable.
It's so good. It's funny, it's memeable, but I actually really like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dustin, one of the
So,
tavern songs.
For you guys,
Slaps.
as the final moments of Norman, his body turning even further into stone, which does not seem like it could be physically possible.
But it is.
Should we use this for him today?
No.
You guys stand around in this hall of mirrors as Miriam, you feel the last ounces of strength and anger kind of like leaving your body as the adrenaline high parts. We come to you, Torin.
Yeah.
As
Oh boy.
you leave, you begin to open your eyes, and this is really strange. You remember running into the door, but you never once remember leaving or what happens in between. But you kind of look out and you see the doorway in front of you. You can't see anything else around you. Don't even feel anything around you, but you see this door. And coming from the other side, you hear some light classical music.
Okay. I approach the door. Cautiously. Yeah.
It is a fine make. It looks just immaculate and
Mahogany.
heavy mahogany, like nice.
So, I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door,
Nice.
you kind of look around, and all around you, you see a very immaculate hallway. There's, you see like a crystal chandelier. You see couches and opulence and everything around you, and you look around and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Let's see how we do tonight.
Hey.
Not bad. Okay. So I rolled a 17.
17. So as you enter into this hallway, you look around and you notice that it seems to be later in the afternoon. There's no light coming from outside of the windows. You look around and you see people scattered around the room, but most of them are asleep or snoring or slouched over in chairs, glasses dropped to the ground.
Around?
Just it seems that this was the site of a party, but you have no idea why, but everybody is asleep or something. Something strange seems to be going on here.
Is there like a glass or something with some liquid still in it?
You go over to like the nearest person that's just kind of softly snoring with her head kind of like lulled to the side in this very nice finery dress, and you look into her wine glass and there's a little bit of wine in there still.
I guess I'll try and sniff it to see if there's something up.
Roll a medicine check for me.
I don't. Where's my perp? Where'd you go, perp? Oh. They're all dark colored. Is that a...
That's a
That's
7.
So I got a 9.
You got no idea. You don't know if that's the cause of this. It looks tasty. It smells good.
I toss it over my shoulder and look to where I can
Alright. So what you looking for now?
Can't take your foot
go.
anywhere.
So it's a hallway?
Basically, it's an open room. You see all of these people scattered around there. You see one doorway off to the, kind of off and to the left of you, another doorway in front of you, and another doorway that's open, and you see what looks like a small library. Also, towards the back of the room, you see a garden with, like, statues all lining through them. And based off of that previous perception check, you see, like, two shapes at a brisk walk moving through the garden.
Can I describe what those shapes are for there?
I'd say with that perception check, you're looking out, and it's about 150 feet out, and you're just barely making the objects that are brusquely moving across in the distance.
So it's all the doors in front of me and the window in the back. Is that right?
Yeah, basically you came through the magical door, and then you entered into this hallway.
Okay. We're going to the library.
Okay. As you do, you walk into the library, and you see With as much as there were people that were scattered around, and as you're kind of stepping over people through this main thoroughfare, there's no one in this room. But
Okay.
something seems very off about that. It seems that, as far as you can tell, you've been going into some of the other rooms where people that are leaning in doorways and kind of hanging out the side. This is the only room that does not have any light.
No.
Is there anything suspicious that I can tell from the...
Make an investigation check for me.
Pretty good. It's alright, don't worry. Move shit around.
There was some gross stuff on the board, so I'm just trying to clean it off.
I saw. I thought we were just gonna go. Investigation?
Yes.
That's a 9.
It's 9.
-1.
You kind of look around and you're like, I've never heard of what a movie is, but I feel like in those, if you just peel one of these books back and it opens, you kind of just like cleave the fucking shelf and you're just like slamming books down, and then eventually you hit one that doesn't move. You have
Sylvis is crying.
just
in another
demolished this room, but you've hit a book that doesn't move.
I'll try to push harder.
You push harder on it, it doesn't seem to budge.
I'll try to pull.
You pull back.
What do I see?
You see a dark hallway that goes down and curves. A small stone staircase that, is a very stark difference to the rest of the house. The rest of this is gold and filigree and nice, and this is very utilitarian and, rough. You see the light flickering of what you can imagine to be like a wall sconce with a torch, like further down this tunnel.
Heretics. Hey, go down the stairs.
Okay.
Is at the ready.
You're going slowly or just balls deep, just getting in there?
Just really gonna go for it.
Slowly.
I already beat up this library. I'm going in.
Give me that stealth check at disadvantage because you clickety clackety ass.
Sure.
Also, you fucking sweep the shelf before you open the door.
Oh,
Double
20.
disadvantage, I think.
Natural
Disadvantage.
17.
There you go. Okay. So you think you've got it, and you've got that moment when you step off the first step. You're like, you judge the distance a little bit off, and you're kind of like, and then after that, oh god. Okay, I didn't make noise. Then you make your way slowly down. You come around the turn here, and you keep going down, and you get the feeling after about 30 or 40 flights of steps, this is a pretty long tunnel. As the curve ends out, it straightens out and keeps going forward. You continue to make your way around, and after about a minute or two of walking, you come to another door.
Oh, fuck, a lot of fucking doors here. I'm starting to hate doors.
Fuck. Smash it.
Is there anything special about this door? Just
Pretty
metal handle.
simple metal like latch pull, nothing intense.
I just think about knocking on the door. Hello? No. I'm gonna just, I guess. Wait, no, hold on.
Knocking on the door is something that Tina would do.
I also need to roll for my hit dice because I didn't roll except for my level 5.
Okay, we'll do that real quick while you're pondering the door. You guys, so while you've been trapped in this room, what are you doing?
I'm crying. I'm
Can you hand me the
inconsolable.
player's handbook?
Okay.
Because I've set myself over.
Dragonborns are, I think, the first.
Okay.
thing
As you're crying, you kind of turn over and you look at you're holding on to Norman. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's not like holding on to him very tightly. It's more just like draping myself across him and very melodramatically crying.
Okay. As you're doing this,
While she's doing that, I'm looking to see if I can find an exit.
all right, roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation. That's bad. Investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, yeah, that's a 5.
Actually, I'll give perception.
Perception.
Just
should
a
I-
general. You can re-roll. I'll let you.
Okay, like my passive perception is better than what I rolled, which is 13. But
Oh,
Nat 20!
Okay.
Nice.
So
Get
you
them out of the way, right?
definitely look around and you see
With
the-
my special L5s.
You see the one kind of like circle that opened up into this hall of mirrors where the Medusa came out of.
The Medusa obligata.
And you look
Fish
through
was
it
trapped
and
in a hall of mirrors.
you get the feeling that this may have been the only port of entry.
Oh,
Miriam, as you're kind of like hugging on to Norman, you kind of step back and wipe your eyes a little bit, and then you see Kree kind of like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then kind of like the Gantt scanner, the door kind of opens up, like the magical mystical door. You just kind of opens up above them and just
Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! Oh,
over top of them. And I mean, it's fucking horrifying. You basically just see like their upper half slowly start to go away. And it's just like you can look over the other side of the door and you see what's going on in there, and they're just slowly getting like print scanned down to there. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay, I'm okay with those. I'm okay with those. I was gonna say,
Please
this is
don't
like a
throw it.
wisdom throw or something.
I was thinking you were just gonna have like a doorway just pop up above them and then just have it drop down.
Wait. Oh,
I also kind of like the mental image of Kree picking up the rock
no,
and
that's a
eating
one.
him through
You
the
lose
door.
your cookies all over the fucking floor.
Everywhere.
It's one of those gross, like there's tears. You're like,
Thank God I'm somewhere else.
all right, so that's going on. You've rolled your hit dice.
Hell yeah, dude.
What are you doing with this door?
I like.
We also need a rest
Really healed and
because my
everything.
HP is down.
Yeah, you're
Covered
back
in
to
blood and gore, and
Defendo.
I'm vomiting
Hell yeah.
because my friends just went through the door.
Right. I don't know if I don't know if I wild shaped in that fight. I'm pretty sure I did.
You did.
I think I did.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought you did.
Why is my
no,
HP
you didn't.
so fucking low?
You didn't because you used your sunbeam. thing.
Right. I was like, I thought I used my spells in that fight, so I don't have
Is
this.
that over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No space here.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, if I had wild